Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today we gather to explore a powerful practice that can transform our lives: daily affirmations for confidence and positivity. Each of us has the ability to change our mindset and uplift our spirits through the simple act of speaking words of affirmation. Every day we are bombarded with thoughts and messages that can diminish our self-worth. We may hear whispers of doubt or reminders of past failures. But here's the beautiful truth: we have the power to choose the thoughts we entertain. Affirmations are a way to consciously select uplifting and empowering beliefs that resonate with our true selves. Let's begin by understanding what affirmations are. They are positive statements that reflect our desired reality. When we repeat them with intention, we start to reprogram our subconscious mind. Imagine waking up each morning and affirming, "I am confident, I am confident. I am capable. I am worthy of love and success." These words carry energy. They become our mantra, guiding our thoughts and actions throughout the day. Now, why is confidence important? Confidence is the key that unlocks our potential. It allows us to step outside our comfort zones, take risks, and embrace opportunities. When we believe in ourselves, we radiate positivity. This positivity attracts positive experiences and people into our lives. Affirmations are powerful statements that reflect our desired reality, acting as a catalyst for change in our lives. At their core, affirmations are simple yet profound declarations that challenge the negative beliefs we often hold about ourselves. When we affirm something, we are not just speaking words, we are invoking the energy of those words to create a new narrative in our minds. Think about it: each of us has an inner voice that speaks to us throughout the day. This voice can be nurturing and supportive, or it can be critical and harsh. Often it echoes the negative beliefs we've absorbed over the years, such as "I am not good enough" or "I will never succeed." These limiting beliefs can hinder our growth, shaping how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. However, when we consciously choose to use affirmations, we can reshape that inner dialogue into one that is positive and empowering. By repeating affirmations, we begin to counteract those self-doubts and fears. For example, instead of thinking, "I am afraid of failing," we can affirm, "I embrace challenges with confidence and resilience." This shift in language not only changes our mindset, but also transforms how we approach situations. Each time we repeat an affirmation, we reinforce the belief that we are capable and worthy. Affirmations work by engaging the subconscious mind, which is the part of us that governs our beliefs and behaviors. When we speak affirmations with conviction, we signal to our subconscious that we are ready for change. The more we repeat these positive statements, the more they become ingrained in our consciousness, leading us to act in ways that align with our new beliefs. To effectively use affirmations, it's essential to phrase them in the present tense, as if they are already true. For instance, instead of saying, "I will be confident," we say, "I am confident." This present tense affirmation creates a sense of immediacy and reality, allowing us to embody that confidence right now. It's also important to use language that resonates with us personally. The best affirmations are those that feel authentic and powerful. Tailoring them to reflect our individual dreams and aspirations can enhance their impact. Whether it's "I am worthy of love" or "I attract positivity into my life," the key is to choose affirmations that inspire us and evoke strong feelings of hope and motivation. Incorporating affirmations into our daily routine can be transformative. Imagine waking up each morning and affirming, "Today is filled with opportunities and I am ready to seize them." By starting our day with such positive declarations, we set the tone for how we will navigate the challenges and joys that come our way. As we repeat these affirmations, we invite change into our lives, allowing us to step into our true selves with confidence and positivity. This practice is not merely about changing our words, it's about embracing the profound power of our thoughts and beliefs to create a life that reflects our highest potential. Confidence is the foundation upon which we build our lives, shaping our experiences and influencing the choices we make. It is not merely a trait, but a powerful energy that propels us forward, allowing us to face challenges, seize opportunities, and embrace our true selves. When we embody confidence, we radiate an aura of assurance that not only empowers us but also inspires those around us. At its core, confidence stems from self-belief, the understanding that we are capable and deserving of success. Yet many of us struggle with feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt, which can hinder our potential and hold us back from pursuing our dreams. It's important to recognize that confidence is not about being perfect or never feeling fear. It's about embracing our imperfections and understanding that we are enough, just as we are. When we possess confidence, we become willing to take risks and step outside our comfort zones. We can tackle new challenges, whether in our personal lives or professional endeavors. This willingness to venture into the unknown allows us to grow and evolve. Imagine approaching a new job opportunity or a challenging project with the mindset of "I can do this." That belief in ourselves opens doors and creates pathways to success. Moreover, confidence enhances our ability to connect with others. When we exude confidence, we naturally draw people to us. Our presence becomes magnetic, and our relationships flourish. We communicate more effectively, express our thoughts and feelings with clarity, and build deeper connections based on authenticity. As we engage with the world around us, our confidence encourages others to be their true selves, fostering an environment of mutual support and understanding. However, confidence is not something that comes naturally to everyone, and it can fluctuate based on life experiences. It's essential to cultivate and nurture this quality within ourselves. One effective way to build confidence is through positive self-talk and affirmations. By consciously choosing to speak kindly to ourselves and affirm our strengths, we can shift our mindset from one of doubt to one of empowerment. Visualizing success is another powerful tool in building confidence. When we take the time to imagine ourselves achieving our goals, we create a mental picture that reinforces our belief in our abilities. This visualization can be as simple as picturing ourselves acing a presentation or successfully navigating a difficult conversation. By immersing ourselves in these positive scenarios, we prepare our minds to embrace confidence when those moments arise in reality. It's also important to celebrate our achievements, no matter how small. Each step forward is a testament to our growth and resilience. By acknowledging and honoring our progress, we reinforce our confidence and remind ourselves of our capabilities. Creating a practice of reflection, where we review our successes and lessons learned, allows us to recognize the patterns of our strength and persistence. Confidence thrives in an environment of support and encouragement. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, whether they are friends, mentors, or communities, fosters an atmosphere where confidence can flourish. These connections remind us of our worth and encourage us to strive for our aspirations. Lastly, confidence is deeply intertwined with self-compassion. When we learn to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, we create a nurturing space for growth. We become more forgiving of our mistakes and more willing to embrace our unique journey. In this space of self-acceptance, confidence can blossom, allowing us to stand tall in our truth. By recognizing the importance of confidence in our lives, we open the door to endless possibilities. It empowers us to pursue our dreams, navigate challenges, and create a life that reflects our true essence. Confidence is not just a destination, it's a journey, one that we can cultivate and nurture every day. Positive thinking is a transformative practice that can significantly influence our lives and well-being. At its essence, positive thinking is about focusing on the good, seeing possibilities, and cultivating an optimistic mindset. It is a conscious choice to shift our perspective and to see the light even in the darkest of times. By embracing positive thinking, we can create a ripple effect that enhances our mental, emotional, and even physical health. The mind is a powerful tool, and the thoughts we choose to entertain shape our reality. When we dwell on negative thoughts, we often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of despair, anxiety, and self-doubt. This negativity not only affects our mood, but also impacts our interactions and our overall quality of life. Conversely, when we choose to think positively, we open ourselves up to new opportunities, solutions, and a deeper appreciation for life's experiences. One of the fundamental aspects of positive thinking is gratitude. Practicing gratitude allows us to focus on the abundance present in our lives rather than what we perceive as lacking. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for, be it a supportive friend, a beautiful sunset, or even the simple act of waking up to a new day. By consciously acknowledging these blessings, we shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Gratitude enhances our positivity and serves as a reminder of the good that surrounds us. Additionally, positive thinking encourages resilience. Life inevitably presents us with challenges and setbacks, but it's our perspective that determines how we respond. When we cultivate a positive mindset, we learn to view obstacles as opportunities for growth. Instead of succumbing to defeat, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? This shift in perspective allows us to bounce back stronger and more determined than before. Affirmations play a crucial role in fostering positive thinking. By repeating positive statements about ourselves and our lives, we can replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. Phrases such as "I am capable of achieving my goals" or "I attract positivity and abundance" can help us internalize a more optimistic view of ourselves and our potential. The more we affirm these beliefs, the more they become a part of our reality. It's also vital to be mindful of the influences around us. The people we associate with and the media we consume can significantly affect our mindset. Surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive individuals who uplift and inspire us creates an environment where positive thinking can thrive. Conversely, engaging with negativity can drain our energy and dampen our spirits. By curating our environment to include positivity, we foster a mindset that is open to growth and happiness. Positive thinking is not about ignoring reality or glossing over difficult emotions. It is about acknowledging our feelings while choosing to focus on what we can control. It's okay to feel sadness, anger, or frustration. Those emotions are valid and part of the human experience. However, by practicing positive thinking, we can navigate through these feelings with grace and compassion, ultimately emerging with a greater sense of clarity and strength. Visualization is another powerful technique that complements positive thinking. By imagining our desired outcomes, whether it's achieving a personal goal, overcoming a challenge, or simply feeling content, we create a mental blueprint that guides our actions. Visualization helps us align our thoughts with our aspirations, reinforcing our belief in the possibility of success. Moreover, positive thinking enhances our overall well-being. Studies have shown that individuals who practice positivity tend to experience lower levels of stress, better health outcomes, and greater overall happiness. The connection between mind and body is profound. A positive mindset can lead to physical manifestations of health and vitality. When we nurture a positive outlook, we may find ourselves more energized, motivated, and engaged with life. Embracing positive thinking is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience and practice. Each day presents us with new opportunities to cultivate positivity, whether through mindful reflection, affirmations, or acts of gratitude. By consciously choosing to focus on the good, we empower ourselves to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. This practice not only enhances our own lives, but also inspires those around us to embrace a more positive and enriching way of being. In our fast-paced lives, establishing daily rituals can be a transformative practice that nurtures our well-being and cultivates a positive mindset. These rituals serve as anchors in our day, providing us with a sense of stability and intention. By consciously incorporating rituals into our daily routine, we create sacred moments that promote self-reflection, growth, and inner peace. Daily rituals can take many forms, from simple acts of mindfulness to structured practices that align with our personal goals and values. The beauty of these rituals lies in their flexibility. They can be tailored to fit our unique needs and lifestyles. What matters most is that we approach them with intention and a sense of purpose. One of the most impactful daily rituals is the practice of morning affirmations. Upon waking, take a few moments to ground yourself and set a positive tone for the day. Find a quiet space where you can breathe deeply and reflect on your intentions. Then, affirm statements that resonate with your goals and aspirations. Phrases like "I embrace today with confidence" or "I am open to new opportunities" can empower you as you step into the day ahead. Incorporating gratitude into your morning routine can also be a powerful ritual. Consider keeping a gratitude journal where you jot down 3 things you are thankful for each morning. This practice shifts your focus to the abundance in your life and cultivates a mindset of appreciation. By starting the day with gratitude, you create a positive lens through which to view your experiences. Mindfulness and meditation are other vital rituals that enhance our well-being. Taking just a few minutes each day to sit in silence, focus on your breath, and clear your mind can profoundly impact your mental clarity and emotional balance. During this time, you can also visualize your goals or repeat your affirmations, allowing them to resonate deeply within you. Mindfulness encourages us to be present, helping us to cultivate awareness and acceptance of our thoughts and feelings. As the day unfolds, consider creating rituals around moments of transition. For example, before starting your work or engaging in a challenging task, take a moment to pause and breathe. Set an intention for what you wish to achieve in that moment. This simple act can help center your focus and instill a sense of calm amid busyness. Evening rituals are equally important. As the day comes to a close, take time to reflect on your experiences. What went well? What did you learn? Journaling about your day can provide clarity and insight, helping you to process your thoughts and emotions. Additionally, you can end your day with a soothing practice, such as reading a few pages of an inspiring book, practicing gentle stretches, or enjoying a warm cup of herbal tea. These calming rituals signal to your body that it's time to relax and unwind. It's essential to remember that rituals don't have to be lengthy or complicated. They can be as simple as taking a few moments to appreciate the beauty around you. Perhaps you take a walk outside, allowing yourself to connect with nature and breathe in the fresh air. This connection to the natural world can ground you and provide a sense of peace. Moreover, consistency is key when it comes to rituals. By committing to these practices daily, we reinforce their importance in our lives. It's in these moments of ritual that we can cultivate a deeper relationship with ourselves and create space for personal growth. Over time, these small acts can accumulate, leading to profound shifts in our mindset and overall well-being. The power of daily rituals lies in their ability to bring mindfulness and intention into our lives. They remind us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our true selves amidst the chaos of daily life. As we honor these sacred moments, we open ourselves to the potential for healing, growth, and transformation. Each ritual becomes a celebration of our journey, guiding us toward a more fulfilling and joyful existence. I trust in my abilities and embrace my strengths. This affirmation encourages us to acknowledge our inner power and skills. By affirming our trust in ourselves, we open the door to self-assurance and resilience. I am worthy of success and I move forward with courage. This statement reminds us that we deserve the achievements we seek and helps us approach our goals with determination. I release all doubts and stand tall in my truth. By letting go of doubt, we create space for confidence to flourish. This affirmation encourages us to fully accept who we are without hesitation. Affirmations for positivity. I choose to see the good in every situation. This affirmation shifts our focus from negativity to possibility. It encourages us to look for the silver lining and find growth in every experience. I attract joy and abundance into my life effortlessly. By affirming that positivity flows to us naturally, we align our mindset with the belief that life is filled with opportunities for happiness and prosperity. I am grateful for each new day and all the blessings it brings. Practicing gratitude amplifies positivity, helping us recognize and appreciate the abundance that already exists in our lives. Affirmations for health and healing. My body is strong and capable of healing itself. This affirmation nurtures a mindset of physical wellness and self-care. It reinforces our belief in the body's natural ability to heal and regenerate. I nourish my body with love, healthy food, and positive thoughts. This statement emphasizes the holistic approach to health, acknowledging the connection between mind, body, and spirit. I release any tension or stress and allow myself to relax. Letting go of stress is a vital part of healing. By affirming relaxation, we give ourselves permission to unwind and restore balance. Affirmations for abundance and success. I am open to receiving unlimited abundance in all areas of my life. This affirmation expands our perception of what is possible, inviting prosperity in various forms. Success comes to me easily because I am aligned with my purpose. When we affirm alignment with our purpose, we set the stage for success to manifest with greater ease and flow. I release any fear of failure and embrace each step of my journey. By letting go of fear, we empower ourselves to pursue our goals without hesitation, understanding that every experience contributes to our growth. Affirmations for love and relationships. I am surrounded by love, and I attract meaningful connections. This affirmation acknowledges the loving energy already present in our lives while welcoming even more profound relationships. I give and receive love effortlessly. With an open heart, embracing the natural flow of giving and receiving love helps cultivate deeper, more fulfilling connections. I am worthy of love, respect, and kindness. By affirming our worthiness, we set healthy boundaries and attract relationships that reflect the respect and love we have for ourselves. Incorporating these affirmations into our daily lives can be as simple as repeating them during quiet moments, writing them in a journal, or even speaking them out loud in front of a mirror. When we infuse affirmations with emotion, visualizing the outcomes we desire, we magnify their power. Each time we affirm something positive about ourselves, we take a step toward reshaping our reality, gradually replacing limiting beliefs with empowering truths. Affirmations are more than just words. They are declarations of our intentions, expressions of our deepest desires, and reminders of our inherent worth. Through consistent practice, they become a living, breathing force that guides our actions and aligns us with the life we wish to create. By choosing affirmations that resonate with us, we take an active role in manifesting a mindset filled with confidence, positivity, and possibility. Self-love is the foundation of a fulfilling and balanced life. It is the conscious practice of accepting, nurturing, and honoring ourselves at every level. When we cultivate self-love, we create a deep and lasting relationship with ourselves, one that serves as a source of strength, comfort, and guidance. The journey toward self-love begins with understanding that we are worthy of love and kindness, not because of our accomplishments or how others perceive us, but simply because we exist. Self-love is more than just a feeling. It is an ongoing commitment to prioritize our well-being, to speak kindly to ourselves, and to treat ourselves with the same compassion we would offer a dear friend. It involves recognizing our intrinsic value and understanding that our worth is not conditional. This practice requires us to shift away from the habit of self-criticism and embrace an attitude of self-acceptance. We may not always feel confident or at peace, but self-love means embracing ourselves fully, even in times of doubt, discomfort, or uncertainty. When we genuinely love ourselves, we create a nurturing inner environment that allows us to thrive. We become more resilient to life's challenges because we know that we have a foundation of self-compassion to fall back on. Self-love encourages us to set healthy boundaries, knowing that it is okay to say no when something does not serve our highest good. It is an act of respect to honor our own needs and prioritize our mental, emotional, and physical health. The way we speak to ourselves plays a significant role in the cultivation of self-love. Often we are quick to criticize ourselves for perceived shortcomings or mistakes. We may find ourselves thinking thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up." These harsh words can erode our self-esteem and make it difficult to embrace our true selves. However, when we choose to replace these negative thoughts with loving and affirming statements such as, "I am enough just as I am," or "I learn and grow from every experience," we begin to reprogram our minds to see ourselves in a more compassionate light. Engaging in daily acts of self-care is another important aspect of self-love. These acts can be simple yet profoundly impactful. It may be taking time to meditate, engaging in physical activities that bring us joy, eating nourishing foods, or simply resting when we feel tired. By listening to our body's needs and honoring them, we reinforce the message that we are deserving of care and attention. Self-care is not selfish, it is an essential part of maintaining our vitality and emotional balance. Forgiveness is a crucial component of self-love as well. We often hold on to guilt or shame from past mistakes, replaying them in our minds and judging ourselves harshly. To love ourselves fully, We must release these burdens and understand that mistakes are a natural part of the human experience. They do not define us. Practicing self-forgiveness allows us to free ourselves from the weight of regret and opens the door to healing. It is an acknowledgement that we did the best we could with the awareness we had at the time, and we have the power to choose differently moving forward. Practicing self-love also means letting go of the need for external validation. While it is natural to seek approval from others, true self-love comes from finding validation within. When we depend solely on the opinions of others for our sense of worth, we become vulnerable to their judgments and expectations. However, when we cultivate a strong sense of self-love, we realize that our value is not determined by how others see us, but by how we see ourselves. We learn to trust our own inner voice and to follow the path that feels authentic and true to us. Self-love enhances our relationships as well. When we approach others from a place of self-respect and compassion, we set a powerful example of how we wish to be treated. Our relationships become more balanced because we no longer rely on others to fill an emotional void within us. Instead, we share love from a place of abundance. The more we love ourselves, the more we attract loving and supportive relationships that reflect the love we already hold inside. The journey of self-love is not always linear, and it may involve moments of self-doubt. However, the commitment to nurturing this relationship with ourselves is what matters. Each time we choose to be kind to ourselves, to honor our needs, and to celebrate our worth, we strengthen the foundation upon which self-love is built. This ongoing practice helps us navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and helps us recognize that we are deserving of love and acceptance in every moment. Self-love is not a destination, but a continuous practice that enriches every aspect of our lives. It is the basis from which we grow, heal, and manifest our highest potential. As we consistently choose to love ourselves, we lay the groundwork for a life that is more joyful, authentic, and aligned with our true nature. Change is a natural and inevitable part of life. It comes to us in many forms, from subtle shifts in our daily routines to significant transformations in our relationships, careers, or health. Although change can be daunting, it is through these moments of transition that we experience the most profound growth. By embracing change rather than resisting it, we open ourselves to new opportunities, perspectives, and ways of being. Often, the fear of the unknown holds us back from welcoming change. We may feel more comfortable staying in familiar circumstances, even if they no longer serve us, because stepping into the unknown requires us to let go of what we know and trust in the unfolding of life. However, it is essential to recognize that change is not something to be feared, but rather an invitation to expand our horizons. It brings with it the possibility of new experiences, greater wisdom, and deeper self-awareness. When we accept that life is constantly evolving, we allow ourselves to flow with the current rather than struggling against it. This acceptance helps to release the need for control, reminding us that it is okay not to have all the answers. Life has a rhythm, a natural ebb and flow, and when we trust in this process, we find a sense of peace amidst uncertainty. Embracing change means understanding that each shift, whether welcome or unexpected, carries a lesson that can guide us toward a more fulfilled life. One of the most powerful ways to navigate change is by adopting a mindset of flexibility. When we are rigid in our thinking, we create resistance to life's inevitable transformations. Flexibility allows us to adapt, to see things from different angles, and to explore new possibilities. It teaches us that even if things do not unfold as we had planned, there can still be beauty and growth in the journey. Adapting to change with grace helps us to remain resilient and hopeful, no matter what life brings our way. Change also provides an opportunity to let go of what no longer aligns with our highest good. It may be old habits, beliefs, or even relationships that we have outgrown. Releasing these attachments is an act of self-care, a way of making space for new energy to enter our lives. By letting go, we are not losing something valuable. Instead, we are allowing for something even better to take its place. This act of releasing can feel liberating as it frees us from the weight of the past and empowers us to step into a new chapter with an open heart. As we embrace change, it is important to stay grounded in self-compassion. It is natural to experience a range of emotions during times of transition, from excitement and hope to anxiety and doubt. Being kind to ourselves throughout this process is essential. We may stumble or feel uncertain, and that is perfectly okay. Each step, even if it seems small or hesitant, is a step forward. Practicing self-compassion reminds us that we are doing our best and that growth is a journey, not a destination. The way we frame change in our minds greatly influences our experience of it. If we see change as something disruptive or threatening, we may approach it with fear and hesitation. But if we view change as an opportunity for transformation, we begin to perceive it as a doorway to new possibilities. This shift in perspective allows us to embrace change with a sense of curiosity and wonder. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this, or how can this help me grow?" Affirmations can be especially helpful during times of change, as they reinforce a positive mindset and strengthen our belief in our ability to adapt. Statements like, "I welcome change as a natural part of life," or "I trust that every change brings me closer to my true purpose," can help us cultivate a sense of ease as we navigate new territory. These affirmations remind us that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, and that each change has the potential to bring new blessings. Change is also an opportunity for renewal. Just as the seasons shift and nature renews itself, change allows us to shed the old and embrace the new. It is a time to reassess our goals, our desires, and our values, and to realign our lives with what truly matters to us. This process of renewal can be invigorating, as it brings a sense of freshness and possibility into our lives. When we embrace change as a chance to start anew, we awaken to the many paths that lie before us. Ultimately, embracing change is an act of faith. It is trusting that life's transformations are not random, but rather purposeful steps on our journey. Even when we cannot see the full picture, we can choose to believe that each change is guiding us toward greater fulfillment and understanding. By welcoming change with an open heart and a willing spirit, we give ourselves the freedom to evolve, to learn, and to discover new facets of who we are. In doing so, we create a life that is not only adaptable, but also rich with meaning and growth. Releasing negative thought patterns is a transformative step toward creating a life of joy and inner peace. These patterns often develop over time, influenced by past experiences, societal expectations, or self-criticism. They manifest as recurring thoughts that limit our potential, dampen our spirits, and create a lens through which we see the world as filled with obstacles instead of possibilities. The process of letting go of these negative thought patterns is not about denying or ignoring them. Rather, it is about recognizing their presence and consciously choosing to shift toward thoughts that support our growth and well-being. The first step in releasing negative thought patterns is awareness. We must become conscious of the thoughts that run through our minds each day. Notice the language you use when you speak to yourself. Are there phrases like "I'm not good enough" or "I can't do this" that repeatedly surface? These statements may seem harmless, but they have a powerful impact on our emotions and behaviors. By bringing these patterns into awareness, we can begin to see them for what they are: habitual thoughts, not absolute truths. This awareness empowers us to detach from these thoughts and observe them objectively. Once we are aware of negative thought patterns, we can begin to gently challenge and replace them. One effective method is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive, empowering statements that help us reshape our internal dialogue. They are not meant to simply cover up negativity, but to gradually reprogram the subconscious mind with new beliefs that are aligned with our highest self. For example, if a thought arises saying, "I'm not worthy of love," we can replace it with, "I am deserving of love and kindness just as I am." When we repeat these affirmations consistently, they begin to take root, weakening the grip of old, limiting beliefs. Visualization is another powerful tool for releasing negative thought patterns. It allows us to see, in our mind's eye, a life where we are free from these limiting beliefs. Take a moment to imagine what it would feel like to live without the weight of self-doubt or fear. Visualize yourself moving confidently through life, embracing opportunities and radiating positivity. This mental imagery helps us to embody the emotions associated with these positive experiences, making it easier to replace negative thoughts with more empowering ones. It's important to practice self-compassion throughout this process. Releasing negative thought patterns does not happen overnight, and there may be times when these thoughts resurface, instead of criticizing ourselves for not thinking positively. All the time, we can approach these moments with gentleness and understanding. It's okay to have setbacks. What matters is our commitment to return to a more supportive mindset each time we notice ourselves slipping into negativity. By treating ourselves with kindness, we reduce the power that these old patterns hold over us. Journaling can also be a helpful practice for identifying and releasing negative thoughts. Writing down our feelings allows us to observe them from a different perspective. When we see our thoughts on paper, we can better understand the underlying beliefs that drive them. This process of reflection provides clarity and often reveals patterns we weren't consciously aware of. Once identified, we can consciously choose to let go of these beliefs, perhaps even writing a new narrative for ourselves, one that emphasizes our strengths, our growth, and our potential. Another key to releasing negative thought patterns is letting go of judgment, both of ourselves and others. Often negativity arises from the tendency to judge situations, people, or outcomes based on rigid expectations. When we learn to release judgment, we become more accepting of ourselves and the world around us. This acceptance creates space for growth and healing, allowing us to approach life with an open heart and mind. Letting go of judgment also means forgiving ourselves for past mistakes and understanding that we are continuously evolving. We do not need to be perfect, we only need to be willing to grow.
There is also a profound freedom that comes from trusting the process of life. When we no longer feel the need to micromanage every detail or force things to happen, we release a tremendous amount of stress and anxiety. We find a sense of inner peace, knowing that life has a way of working out for the best, even if it does not always appear that way at first. This freedom allows us to live with a sense of ease and flow, experiencing each moment as it comes without feeling overwhelmed by the need to control or predict what will happen next. As we trust the process, we start to see that life's timing is often wiser than our own. Sometimes delays or detours occur not because we are being punished or because we are doing something wrong, but because the universe is preparing us for something better than we imagine. Perhaps a door closes to guide us toward a different path that is more aligned with our true purpose. Or perhaps a waiting period allows us to develop qualities or skills that we will need later on. When we trust that there is a divine timing at play, we can relax into life's flow with the assurance that all is well. Trusting the process of life does not mean that we will never face difficulties, nor does it mean that we should be passive. It is about taking aligned action while also having faith in the unfolding. We can still pursue our dreams, set goals, and make plans, but we do so with an understanding that life may have its own timing and its own timing and its own way of bringing things about. We remain active participants in our lives, yet we also recognize that there is a larger intelligence at work. This balance between action and surrender allows us to navigate life's journey with a sense of harmony. Ultimately, trusting the process invites us to live with the spirit of faith. It encourages us to believe in the goodness of life, to embrace the mystery, and to welcome each moment as part of a larger story that is still being written. When we trust, we connect with a deeper sense of purpose and flow. And we experience life as a dance of unfolding possibilities, each step bringing us closer to our true self. Embracing self-love and compassion is one of the most profound acts of healing and transformation we can offer ourselves. It is a commitment to honoring and nurturing who we are at the deepest level. This journey begins with accepting ourselves completely, recognizing that we are worthy of love and kindness just as we are. It means letting go of the harsh self-judgments and inner criticism that often dominate our thoughts, and instead approaching ourselves with gentleness, understanding, and care. Self-love is not about being perfect, it's about embracing our imperfections and loving ourselves through every step of the journey. To embrace self-love, we must first learn to acknowledge our worth. So often, we place our value on external achievements, appearance, or the approval of others. But true self-love is not conditional, it does not depend on what we accomplish or how we look. It is about recognizing that our intrinsic value exists simply because we are.
We are deserving of love because we are living, breathing beings who possess an inner light, a unique essence that no one else can replicate. When we recognize this truth, we begin to shift from seeking validation outside of ourselves to finding fulfillment within. Self-love also involves setting healthy boundaries. It means knowing when to say no without guilt and when to prioritize our own needs. We often think that being loving or kind means always putting others before ourselves, but self-love teaches us that we must also care for our own well-being. When we respect our limits and honor our needs, we communicate to ourselves that we are valuable, that our feelings and desires matter. This practice of setting boundaries helps us cultivate a balanced and healthy relationship with ourselves and others. It ensures that our energy is not depleted by trying to please everyone or meet unrealistic expectations. Another vital aspect of self-love is forgiving ourselves. We all make mistakes, experience failures, or fall short of our own expectations from time to time. However, holding on to self-blame or regret only perpetuates feelings of unworthiness. To embrace self-love, we must learn to let go of past judgments and release the burdens of guilt or shame. Forgiveness is a liberating act that allows us to move forward with a lighter heart. It helps us see our mistakes not as reflections of our value, but as valuable lessons that contribute to our growth. When we forgive ourselves, we give ourselves permission to begin anew, without the weight of the past holding us back. Practicing daily affirmations can help in cultivating self-love and compassion. When we affirm positive truths about ourselves, we start to reprogram our minds to recognize our own goodness. Affirmations like "I am worthy of love," "I am enough," or "I love and accept myself completely" help to dissolve the negative self-talk that may have taken root over the years. These affirmations serve as gentle reminders that we are worthy of kindness and respect. When repeated consistently, they shift our mindset and open us up to experiencing deeper levels of self-acceptance and peace. Embracing self-love also means taking time for self-care. This involves nurturing our body, mind, and spirit in ways that support our overall well-being. Self-care can be as simple as getting enough rest, eating nourishing foods, or engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. It is not just about pampering ourselves occasionally, but integrating practices into our daily routine that help us feel grounded and whole. When we make time for self-care, we demonstrate to ourselves that we are a priority, that our needs are valid, and that we are worthy of the effort it takes to care for ourselves. The journey to self-love often requires us to confront and release limiting beliefs about ourselves. Many of us carry deeply ingrained beliefs that we are not good enough, lovable, or deserving of happiness. These beliefs may have developed from past experiences, conditioning, or societal messages that told us we had to meet certain standards to be worthy of love. To embrace self-love, we must gently question these beliefs and recognize that they are not true reflections of who we are. When we let go of these limitations, we create space to see ourselves in a new light, one that is filled with compassion, acceptance, and an appreciation for all that we are. Embracing compassion for ourselves also means being kind to ourselves during difficult times. Life is full of challenges, and we will inevitably encounter moments where things don't go as planned or we feel overwhelmed by circumstances. In these moments, self-compassion invites us to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a dear friend. It encourages us to acknowledge our struggles without harsh judgment, to comfort ourselves when we are in pain, and to remind ourselves that it is okay to be human. Practicing self-compassion allows us to navigate life's difficulties with a sense of grace, knowing that we are doing the best we can. Connecting with our inner child can also help deepen our experience of self-love and compassion. The inner child represents the part of us that is pure, innocent, and vulnerable. By reconnecting with this aspect of ourselves, we can offer the unconditional love and support that we may have longed for in our early years. This process involves acknowledging any wounds or unmet needs from the past and providing the nurturing and care that we might not have received. It is a way of healing old patterns and cultivating a relationship with ourselves that is built on trust, safety, and unconditional acceptance. Finally, embracing self-love involves celebrating ourselves. We often overlook our accomplishments, both big and small, while focusing on what we have yet to achieve. Taking time to acknowledge our progress, our strengths, and the unique qualities that make us who we are helps to reinforce the belief that we are worthy of recognition and love. Celebrating ourselves does not mean being arrogant or boastful. It means appreciating the beautiful being that we are and acknowledging that we are enough just as we are. Each step forward, each act of kindness toward ourselves is worth honoring. Self-love and compassion are not about reaching a final destination where we feel perfect all the time. They are ongoing practices that require us to continually show up for ourselves with love, patience, and understanding. Each day, as we choose to embrace self-love, we grow more connected to the truth of who we are, magnificent, worthy, and deserving of every bit of kindness we can offer ourselves. Releasing the need for approval is a powerful step toward reclaiming our personal freedom and embracing our authentic selves. When we constantly seek validation from others, we give away our power, allowing external opinions to dictate our sense of worth. This pattern can leave us feeling empty and disconnected from our true essence because we are always looking outside of ourselves for fulfillment. To truly step into our greatness, we must learn to let go of the need for approval and find our validation within. The need for approval often stems from a desire to be liked, accepted, or valued. We may have learned early on that pleasing others earned us love or recognition, creating a deep-rooted belief that our worth is tied to what others think of us. However, this way of living puts us on a never-ending quest for external validation, leaving us vulnerable to the changing opinions of others. It is important to realize that no matter how much approval we receive, it will never be enough if we do not believe in our own inherent worth. True fulfillment comes from recognizing that we are already enough, exactly as we are. To release the need for approval, we must start by connecting with our inner voice. This is the voice that knows our truth, our desires, and our values. It is not swayed by what others think or expect. Instead, it guides us toward what feels right for us on a soul level. By tuning into this inner guidance, we begin to make choices that are aligned with our authentic selves rather than trying to meet external standards. This shift from looking outward to looking inward helps us reclaim our power and live in a way that is true to who we are. Another important aspect of letting go of the need for approval is embracing our uniqueness. Each of us is a one-of-a-kind expression of life with our own gifts, perspectives, and experiences. When we compare ourselves to others or try to conform to someone else's idea of who we should be, we lose sight of what makes us special. It's through embracing our individuality that we truly shine. There is no need to fit into anyone else's mold, for our uniqueness is our strength. When we honor our true selves, we attract the right people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with our authentic vibration. Releasing the need for approval also involves facing the fear of rejection. At times, the fear of being judged or not fitting in can keep us stuck in patterns of seeking approval. We may avoid expressing our true opinions, pursuing our passions, or setting boundaries out of fear that we will be rejected or criticized. But the reality is that we cannot please everyone, and trying to do so only leads to self-betrayal. When we are willing to face the possibility of rejection and still choose to be true to ourselves, we gain a deeper sense of freedom. We learn that our worth is not dependent on being accepted by others, but on honoring who we are.
Breathing techniques and mindfulness meditation can support the process of releasing negative thought patterns as well. Deep, mindful breathing helps to calm the mind and bring us back to the present moment, where we are free from the burdens of past regrets or future anxieties. When negative thoughts arise, we can simply observe them, allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky. We do not need to cling to them or engage with them. Instead, we can focus on our breath, returning to a state of peace and clarity. This practice cultivates a sense of inner stillness, helping us to remain grounded even when our thoughts become turbulent. It is also important to surround ourselves with positivity. The environments we inhabit and the people we interact with can influence our thought patterns. By choosing to engage in uplifting activities and surrounding ourselves with supportive, encouraging individuals, we reinforce the positive changes we wish to make. This does not mean avoiding challenges or ignoring difficult emotions. Rather, it means consciously choosing to cultivate experiences that nourish our growth and uplift our spirit. Releasing negative thought patterns is an act of self-liberation. It allows us to reclaim our power and recognize that we are not defined by the thoughts that pass through our minds. We have the ability to choose our thoughts, to shape our beliefs, and to create a mindset that supports our highest potential. Each time we let go of a limiting belief, we open a new door to possibilities, allowing more light and love to enter our lives. As we commit to this practice, we discover a sense of freedom and empowerment that guides us toward a life of greater joy, fulfillment, and peace. Gratitude is a transformative practice that has the ability to shift our perspective and elevate our entire experience of life. It is more than just a fleeting feeling of thankfulness. It is a conscious choice to recognize and appreciate the goodness in our lives. When we practice gratitude regularly, we start to see the world with new eyes. Our focus shifts from what is lacking or challenging to what is abundant and beautiful. This change in focus allows us to attract more of what we appreciate, creating a positive cycle that enriches our lives. Gratitude begins with a simple acknowledgement of the blessings that surround us. It can be as straightforward as appreciating the warmth of the sun on our skin, the kindness of a friend, or the nourishment of a good meal. When we take the time to notice these small moments, we cultivate a deeper connection with the present. We start to understand that life is not defined solely by big achievements or grand events, but by the countless little gifts that show up each day. By focusing on these daily blessings, we learn to see our life as a series of precious moments, each one deserving of recognition and appreciation. The practice of gratitude can also help to dissolve negative emotions. When we face difficulties, it is easy to get caught up in feelings of frustration, disappointment, or sadness. However, when we consciously choose to find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of challenging times, we begin to shift our emotional state. Gratitude does not mean ignoring or denying hardship, but rather it allows us to find a sense of peace amidst the storm. It reminds us that even when life feels heavy, there are still aspects of our existence that bring light and comfort. Gratitude has the power to change our relationship with ourselves as well. It encourages us to acknowledge our own efforts, strengths, and growth. Instead of constantly striving for perfection or focusing on what we have not yet achieved, we can take a moment to appreciate how far we have come. We can thank ourselves for the courage to keep moving forward, the resilience to overcome setbacks, and the willingness to learn and grow. By showing ourselves this kindness, we foster a deeper sense of self-love and self-acceptance. Writing a daily gratitude journal is one effective way to integrate this practice into our lives. At the end of each day, we can reflect on what brought us joy, comfort, or inspiration, no matter how small. By recording these moments, we create a habit of noticing the good, and over time, this habit rewires our brain to seek out positive experiences. As we fill the pages with our reflections, we create a beautiful record of blessings that we can revisit during times when it may be harder to find things to be grateful for. This journal becomes a tangible reminder of the abundance that exists in our lives. The power of gratitude extends beyond our personal experience. It can also profoundly impact our relationships. When we express appreciation to those around us, we strengthen our connections and create an atmosphere of mutual respect and love. A simple thank you can go a long way in deepening bonds and fostering a sense of belonging. When we acknowledge the kindness, support, and love of others, we remind them of their own worth and contributions. This exchange of gratitude creates a ripple effect, spreading positivity and warmth beyond ourselves. In addition to enhancing our relationships, gratitude also helps us align with the flow of life. It brings us into a state of harmony where we feel more attuned to the natural rhythm of the universe. When we are grateful, we recognize that life is not something to be controlled or conquered, but something to be embraced. We understand that everything, even the experiences we might initially perceive as negative, serves a purpose in our growth and evolution. This perspective allows us to let go of resistance and surrender to life's unfolding with trust. Practicing gratitude also opens us up to the abundance that is always present, even when it may not appear obvious. It shifts our mindset from one of scarcity, focusing on what we lack, to one of abundance, where we see the richness in what we already have. This shift is not merely about attracting material wealth, but about recognizing the true wealth that lies in our relationships, health, creativity, and the beauty of the world around us. When we feel abundant, we naturally attract more abundance into our lives because we are resonating with the energy of gratitude and fulfillment. In times of uncertainty, gratitude serves as a grounding force. It reminds us of what is constant and true in our lives, even when everything else seems to be in flux. It helps us stay centered and calm, giving us the strength to navigate whatever comes our way. When we practice gratitude consistently, we develop a resilience that allows us to face challenges with grace and courage. We learn to see each moment as an opportunity for growth, and each experience as a gift that contributes to our journey. Ultimately, gratitude is a practice that deepens our connection to life itself. It invites us to live with an open heart, to cherish the present moment, and to recognize the sacredness in everyday experiences. Through gratitude, we learn to see life not as a series of tasks to be completed, but as a miracle to be appreciated. When we approach life with this mindset, we find that even the simplest things hold a profound beauty and meaning. Gratitude becomes a guiding light that helps us navigate the path toward a life filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. Trusting the process of life is about surrendering to the natural flow of events and believing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It means letting go of the need to control every outcome and instead embracing the present moment with an open heart and mind. This trust allows us to find peace amidst uncertainty and navigate life's ups and downs with grace. When we trust the process, we acknowledge that there is a higher order guiding our journey, even if we cannot always see the full picture. The process of life often involves experiences that stretch us beyond our comfort zones. There are times when things may not go according to plan, when setbacks occur, or when outcomes differ from our expectations. In these moments, it is easy to feel discouraged or fearful. However, when we choose to trust the process, we understand that each experience, whether pleasant or challenging, holds value. There is a lesson, a growth opportunity, or a redirection that serves our highest good. Trusting the process means believing that even if we don't immediately understand why something is happening, it is contributing to our evolution. Trusting the process of life also requires patience. We live in a world where quick results and immediate gratification are often sought after, yet the deepest transformations and the most meaningful accomplishments take time to unfold. Like a seed planted in the ground, some things need time to germinate, grow, and blossom. We must be willing to nurture our dreams, aspirations, and personal growth with faith and persistence. When we are patient, we allow life to unfold in its own time, knowing that everything happens when it is meant to. Patience helps us remain grounded, even when we cannot yet see the fruits of our efforts. Another important aspect of trusting the process is releasing attachment to specific outcomes. When we set rigid expectations for how things should be, we may close ourselves off to other possibilities that could be even more aligned with our highest good. By letting go of attachment, we create space for life to surprise us. We open ourselves to new paths, opportunities, and experiences that we may not have initially considered. This does not mean abandoning our goals or desires, but rather allowing them to manifest in ways that are beyond our current understanding. It is about setting intentions, taking inspired action, and then letting life guide us toward the best possible outcomes. Embracing trust also means having confidence in our own abilities. We are each equipped with inner resources, strength, resilience, and intuition that can help us navigate life's journey. When we trust in these qualities, we become more self-assured and empowered. We know that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, and that we possess the wisdom to make decisions that support our growth. Trusting ourselves is a vital part of trusting the process because it reinforces the belief that we are exactly where we need to be, doing what we need to do at every moment. Practicing mindfulness can help us cultivate this trust. When we are mindful, we bring our full attention to the present moment without judgment. We observe what is happening right now without getting lost in thoughts of the past or worries about the future. This practice helps us recognize that life is a continuous flow of experiences, each one connected to the next. By being present, we can see the beauty and the purpose in what is unfolding right before us. Mindfulness helps us to appreciate the journey itself, rather than constantly striving to reach a destination. Trusting the process of life also encourages us to be adaptable. Life is dynamic and circumstances can change unexpectedly. When we trust the process, we become more flexible and open to change. We understand that life is not a straight line, but a series of twists and turns that bring us closer to who we are meant to be. Adaptability allows us to move with the currents rather than resisting them. It teaches us to embrace the unknown and to see change as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat. This flexibility helps us maintain a sense of balance even when life takes an unexpected direction. It is also important to practice self-acceptance in this process. As we let go of the need for approval, we may become aware of parts of ourselves that we have judged or tried to change to gain acceptance. This awareness is an opportunity to offer ourselves compassion and acceptance for all that we are. We can choose to see our perceived flaws not as shortcomings, but as unique aspects that contribute to our wholeness. When we accept ourselves fully, we stop seeking approval from others because we no longer need anyone else to validate our worth. Developing inner trust is another key step in releasing the need for approval. It involves building confidence in our own judgment, decisions, and intuition. When we trust ourselves, we do not feel the need to seek others' opinions or reassurance before taking action. Instead, we rely on our inner knowing to guide us. This trust is cultivated through practice. The more we listen to and act on our intuition, the stronger it becomes. As we learn to trust ourselves, we find that our approval is the only one that truly matters, and we are empowered to live life on our own terms. Living without the need for approval also allows us to experience deeper and more authentic connections with others. When we are not concerned with seeking validation, we show up as our true selves without pretense or masks. This authenticity invites others to do the same, fostering relationships that are built on genuine connection rather than a need for validation. We begin to attract people who resonate with our true nature and who support us for who we really are. This kind of connection is far more fulfilling than trying to gain approval, for it is based on mutual respect and acceptance. Letting go of the need for approval also liberates us from the burden of overthinking. When we are constantly concerned with what others think, we can become consumed with self-doubt and second-guessing our every action or decision. This mental chatter can be exhausting and can keep us from living freely. By releasing the need for approval, we free ourselves from the constant analysis of how we are being perceived, allowing us to act more spontaneously and joyfully. We can live with a sense of ease, knowing that we do not need to justify or explain ourselves to anyone. As we move away from seeking approval, we also develop a stronger sense of personal integrity. We start to live in alignment with our own values, principles, and desires, rather than conforming to what others think we should do or be. This integrity brings a profound sense of inner peace, as we no longer feel conflicted between our true selves and the expectations of others. We stand firmly in our truth, and this authenticity becomes a source of strength and self-respect. Ultimately, releasing the need for approval is about reclaiming our freedom to be who we truly are. It allows us to live from a place of inner fulfillment, where our happiness and sense of worth are not determined by the opinions of others. We come to realize that we are already whole, complete, and deserving of love just as we are. When we embrace this truth, we experience a deep sense of liberation and empowerment, and our lives become a true reflection of our authentic selves. The journey of embracing daily affirmations for confidence and positivity is a beautiful practice that transforms how we see ourselves and experience life. By integrating these affirmations into our daily routine, we remind ourselves of our inherent worth and cultivate an empowered mindset that radiates positivity. As we embody confidence, we attract experiences that reflect our inner strength, opening doors to new possibilities. When we start each day affirming our value, trusting life's process, and releasing the need for approval, we shift from being reactive to proactive creators of our reality. We nurture self-love, embrace our uniqueness, and let go of limiting beliefs. This transformation begins to reflect in all areas of life, bringing about a deeper sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment. Remember, the words we speak to ourselves matter, shaping the quality of our thoughts and ultimately our lives. So let us continue affirming our greatness, embracing every part of who we are, and living with the unwavering belief that we are enough. As we do, we'll find that our confidence grows stronger each day, and a positive outlook becomes our natural way of being. By consistently choosing thoughts of love, trust, and authenticity, we create a life that not only feels good but also aligns with our deepest desires. Let these affirmations serve as a daily reminder that we are powerful beings, capable of creating a life filled with limitless possibilities. As we honor this truth, we will see that each step, each word of affirmation, and each act of self-love brings us closer to the life we truly deserve.